Buckle up, guys. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video or like my first episode, like my first podcast episode. Wow. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. It is bloody hot, and just to let you know, it's bloody hot in here. We currently have like 30 degrees outside. Inside of here, it is so hot, but I couldn't wait to record this episode. So if you got a coffee, get yourself something to drink, get yourself something, or just listen. There was always like this podcast like get yourself a coffee, and you're like, no, I'm not. It's been some time, guys. I think. So first of all, if you listen to it right now on Spotify, welcome to the first episode. If you watch this on YouTube right now, here I am again. Welcome back. It's a weird situation right now, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I thought, Tobi, it's time to return to the internet, and especially YouTube, my YouTube friends, my internet YouTube friends, and because the last video I uploaded was 3 months ago on YouTube. It was 3 months ago. And so if you scroll down on my YouTube page, you figure out that everything I did was there were videos in between where we're just sitting down and talk about something, but in general, like everything is vlogs. Everything is like sharing what I'm doing, sharing my crazy travel life, and sharing all of this. But when I uploaded the last video 3 months ago, I was kind of like, I don't really know what to film. Anyways, after I uploaded the video, I just figured out that I have absolutely no clue what I should upload. Because my life here, for those of you who don't know me, like I'm currently living with Fee and Matteo and Luna and Buddy together in this house. And since 4 months now, since I stopped traveling full time. I used to travel full time for over 10 years or like 9 years, 9.5 years, something like that. And I decided to sell my van at the end of last year, like December or something, 28th of December. Because there was just so much I had to repair again, and I just felt like, nope, I'm not gonna do this. Then I moved to Fee, and then I had to figure stuff out, guys. And that's why it was so quiet on here, because at some point I just felt like first of all, I don't even know what to vlog. I was not into the mood of vlogging. I was not into everything because I had to heal. I really had to stop sharing my thoughts on Instagram and on YouTube. That's what I did over the past years. Like I really shared a lot of personal things and a lot about what I'm going through and all of this. But in the past months, I was not ready to share any thoughts. Otherwise, you would probably think like I'm freaking crazy. 100%. Yeah, it's been some intense 3 months, guys, or 4 months, 4.5 months since I'm here. There was a lot happened, and especially personal stuff, growing, healing, and all of this. But it was all because if you coming from full-time traveling, if you're coming from being over 4 years on the road and constantly moving places and constantly going somewhere and constantly saying goodbye to people and constantly doing all of this, you kind of like you kind of getting depressed. To say it like this, you're really getting depressed at first when you stop all of this, because that's who you are, right? That's who you used to be. This is what your life was like and all of this, and then all of a sudden everything is boom, it stops. You have a completely identity crisis. Like you have absolutely no idea who you are. And the thing is, when I sold the van in San Francisco, guys, right? I sold the van in San Francisco, and I knew that those moments will come. I knew I'm not gonna go into a completely new life and be happy as fuck and just being wow, everything is perfect and nice. And no, trust me, I never thought like I will be completely happy, and everything, like your whole mental problems and everything will be just gone because you change from traveling to having a stable life and living in a house. um I knew that the time will come, and that the moments will come where I feel absolutely shit, where I feel absolutely depressed, because I'm someone, I get bored really quick, or I used to be someone who get bored really quick. I used to be someone who could not stay longer in a place for um let's say like a week, maybe 2 weeks. There were times where we're staying with a band for like a couple weeks, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. But there was when I was not by myself. I was with some other people. Or like 6 months when I was in Portugal, with Susie, and we spent like 6 months together, 24/7 in one parking spot at the beach. But usually I am a person who it was always on the run. And yeah, as I said, and then all of a sudden you're like getting thrown, or like, and then all of a sudden you put yourself in a situation that are absolutely not you, that is absolutely something different. And I just knew like I will feel bad. And that's what happened. Like I had to figure life out, or like, not that I figured it out now, but you had to get used to it, and that's what I tried, and that's what I'm trying, and I'm healing, and I'm growing a lot. I'm really growing a lot in so many ways, and I'm not going the same routine that I used to do. Like, oh my god, yeah, I'm getting bored, I'm gonna leave. Oh yeah, I'm getting annoyed of a situation, I'm gonna leave. Because that's who I was, and that's what especially traveling made out of me. Because I was, especially van life, to be honest, van life was for me something that made me restless in a lot of ways. And I know a lot of people talk really good about van life, and I still love van life. It's not that I don't like it, or that I regret doing it, or that I will never do it again. It is just, I got so used to all of this, and it became my identity. It became my life, and that I'm being restless. And so, yeah, anyways, back to the point where I just felt shit. And that happened, I feel like 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks after I came here, to Spain and to Marbella, when I felt kind of nervous, when I felt like kind of like this restless other side. Like I'm always saying I'm a Gemini, I have two sides. The one that is calm, the other one that just like talks shit and just wants to move away and just doing something different. Because, I don't know. I used to, or like, I don't know. I'm someone who wants to live 1,000 lives. Like, I want to live in the mountains. I want to live at the beach. I want to live in the city. I want to live there. I want to live in an apartment. All of this. Like, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm so crazy. It's insane. So I stopped posting my thoughts, because if I would have shared my thoughts in the past 3 months, you would think I'm completely damaged, and I'm not okay. Because one time I wanted to be a real estate agent. There was a time. It lasted 3 days since I figured out I'm just a free soul. And then the other day I wanted to move into the mountains and be completely by myself and be in the middle of nowhere and not talking to anyone. The other moment I wanted to live in Barcelona. So that this is the stages I went through in the past 3 months. And I'm glad that I'm surrounded by people that don't take this seriously when I sometimes say something and I'm not doing it. Because that's the thing. You say something, right? If you're like a restless soul, or if you're someone who is constantly on the move, or constantly having thousands of ideas in your head, and you just want to, do it, live 1,000 lives. At some point, no one believes you anymore. No one believes you anymore. You're just like, okay, fine, and then you stop sharing your thoughts. Like when I call my mom, I'm like, Mom, yeah, I have a new idea. She's like, oh, okay, another one. Let's see how long this lasts. So being in one place now for 4 months now is a record. And yes, I had downs, but I had a lot of ups. And like, the thing that I'm actually going to the gym, that I'm actually doing this, is something where I know I'm healing. I'm I'm healing and I'm doing something that I'm absolutely not used to. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. For a lot of people, it's like getting out of your comfort zone is, traveling or like booking a flight to, I don't know, to the end of the world and like a one-way ticket and all of this. This is like getting out of your comfort zone for a lot of people, but for me, it just got so normal. Like it was just something I was not. It had nothing to do anymore with like getting out of your comfort zone. For me, this right here, like having a bed and like having your room, you can buy stuff and you can actually make yourself comfortable because you're not leaving. This is something that for me is out of my comfort zone. Um, Especially at the beginning when I stopped traveling. So yeah, it's been some months, and when it comes to social media and all of this, because I had a job crisis. I'm working online still. I'm working online full time, but when it comes to social media and YouTube and like all of this, I also had a crisis because I didn't just want to put on a camera and just like go into a mountains when I actually don't feel it. When I actually just don't fucking feel it to go into a mountain, like to go hiking or like to do stuff just so I can upload something. Because that's what I used to do. That's what I used to do, especially let's say in Central America. There were times, to be honest, where I didn't felt vlogging, but I still did because I was like, no, you guys did so much for me. Like for the one who are watching right now on YouTube, you guys did so much for me in my whole van lifetime, and I will never ever forget the support I got from you guys. Like I am still unbelievable grateful for all of you, and you made my dream come true when it comes to van life. You helped me to traveling to California, traveling to the US, and like also Mexico. Like at the beginning, I don't know for those of you who are here for a while, and the beginning of Mexico where my van broke down and I needed help, and you all helped me, and I will just never forget this. So that's why I also uploaded videos because at the end of the day, like you guys are like my internet friends. And so I didn't want it to just stop. But this time now it's just different because I needed to get my motivation back. And the other day I just went into the mountains with Buddy. We went for a hike, and for the first time in weeks, I felt it. I felt going out. I felt going for a little hike, exploring new areas. Because to be honest, the last weeks or month, I didn't. I was burned out from traveling. Even the thought of traveling, even the thought of sitting in an airplane was exhausting. Even the thought of like meeting new people or um, I don't know, like going to the beach. Even this was just too much for me because I was burned out from traveling. I and then I was researching a lot about travel burnout, and that's actually a thing. This is actually a thing that people think like, oh my god, yeah, he has a travel burnout, first world problems, and how can he cry about traveling around the world? This is just ridiculous, and I get it from the point of view from someone who is outside, who watches me now telling like I got burned out from traveling. This is like this is weird, but it is the truth, and I don't want to joke about it because it's really, really dangerous. And I want to, share a lot of personal things now, a lot of thoughts that I had, especially during traveling, but also in general, just what my life is now, what my thoughts are on specific things. Because there's so much that I never really talked about, what I went through, especially with van life. And when it comes to van life, I do miss my van sometimes. Like sometimes I miss this blue van I created, but and I love the memories I have of it. What I all did with this because I was living there. I was living in this van for 4 years full time, and it became my house. It became everything. Everything I owned was in this van. I didn't had anything when I came here to Spain. I literally had 4 t-shirts and like one jeans and one pair of shoes, and that's it. Like I didn't had much because first of all, someone broke into my van in Mexico, so I lost everything I had. But that's another story. Um, yeah, so anyways, it's been some wild times, guys. It's been some wild times, but that's okay. That's okay. We all go through up and downs. But what I want to say is like looking back at my van lifetime and just romanticizing it and saying, oh my God, it was such a beautiful time, I would just fake this shit to myself. Like I would just pretend everything was fine when I know that 50% of it was me struggling mentally. And that's why when people ask me, do you want to go back to van life or do you want to do it all? Like, would you do it again? Or like, all of this. It's hard for me to answer because I feel like van life had I had a lot of good times, but I also had a lot of bad times with this. But I want to go and more deeper into travel burnout and how I was thinking. I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing absolutely great. Like I don't say I have my shit together, but I'm doing better than I ever did, and I'm going in the right direction with everything I'm doing in my life, and I'm actually growing, and that's what I didn't do for the past years. I was focused on traveling and not focused on me and my person, and that's what is. It's just funny when people say, if you want to find yourself, go traveling. But for me, it was the completely opposite. I never found myself. I never found what I liked. I never found what who I am or who I want to become. I never figured that out. Um, and I'm at this point now where I'm figuring shit out. Like I'm figuring stuff out and I'm growing, and that's a beautiful journey with a lot of up and downs, and downs are always part of it. And otherwise how can you enjoy the highs? You know what I'm saying? Like let's say, like I don't know, like 3 weeks ago I had like a down, like a real down. And I but that's okay. And that's okay. And now I'm sitting here and just it's summer outside, the sun is shining. It's like the small things in life. But yeah, this whole new thing now that I'm doing here on YouTube. I probably still gonna like I'm still gonna vlog. I still want to like vlog something if I feel like I want to vlog. If I'm going to the mountains with Buddy again, or something that I'm just like really enjoying and I really want to share, I'm gonna share it on YouTube as well when it vlogs. This podcast now is just like a lot of thoughts that I want to share and a lot of stories I want to share. And that's why it's also on Spotify. So I just thought it's cool to do both, like putting this now on YouTube and doing it on Spotify. Because sometimes for me personally, I prefer watching podcasts or like someone talking on YouTube. But then there's also times where I'm like in the morning, you know, I have a friend, and she did a podcast, and I used to listen to this podcast every morning in the van while I was like cleaning and shit. So that's why it was cool that it was on Spotify. So yeah, this is a new era, guys, and I can't wait. I also can't wait to have some guests on this podcast. Fee's probably also gonna be on this podcast. And I really want to have Susie as well on this podcast. And just like talking to other people, that's cool. Um, about different things. And yeah. But I feel like we're now, I'm coming back now and I'm doing great. It's a wrap for the first episode. I know it's short and nothing really specific, but I just wanted to, start this whole thing. It's always weird if you do something different from what you used to do, but yeah, I haven't even drank my coffee because I was speaking so much. Yeah, and I'm not becoming a gym guru. I stopped posting my gym pics. Like I remember like at the beginning when I started gym, I posted it every day just to let people know I'm doing it. Because I'm the one who always says like, yeah, I'm going to the gym. Like I swear I never like I went to the gym when I was 15 and for like a week and that's it. And then I always judge people who go to the gym. Like I always judge people who did like intense sport things and shit. But now like I'm doing it every day, guys. Like I'm doing it every day for the past 4 months. Not every day, Tobi, come on, chill. But like let's say 5 days a week. And it became my routine, and it's also really gives you a confident boost. For me personally, I know there's all those gym gurus that say like, oh my god, yeah, if you do gym, you're doing so great and you're doing better. Like if you don't feel like you don't want to go to the gym, then don't go to the gym. But for me, it really changed a lot, my mental health, my confidence, and a lot of things. So at the beginning it was hard to really go. I was like, I can skip a day. But now it's like, no, I just can't skip a day. But I love this. It's a new era, and and it might be weird for people if I'm posting this on Instagram, but I'm, you know, it's just who I am. Today I posted it on Instagram, and someone did like a tired emoji that I posted that I'm at the gym. Sorry. I will, I don't know. I will still keep doing posting it that I'm at the gym because I love this. Anyways, that's to this whole gym thing that I also, it's a new hobby for me. Um, and it just gives me a different vibe. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I would say we gonna end this here now because otherwise I'm gonna talk for the next hour still. But the next topic, I don't even know what like I have 20 episodes that I want to record about 20 things. If it's like van life, if it's like backpacking, if it's like friendships on the road, if it's like my DMT trip that I just did in the mountains. that was crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to share. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching or listening, and I can't wait for the next episode to come and to record the next episode. And yeah, I would say we see each other next time. Have a lovely day. I missed saying this because I used to say this every week on my YouTube. Have a lovely day, guys. See you next time. Adios, amigos. Ciao, ciao.